Welcome to my channel. If you really indeed love English language and you want to speak professionally, before we dive into what we have today, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and like this video so that YouTube will recommend to others. Let's get started. Hey there, English learner. So Christmas just passed and I have one burning question for you right now. How was your Christmas? Did you celebrate with family? Did you eat delicious food? Did you open presents? Now, here's the thing. If you tried to answer those questions in your head just now, you probably used the past simple tense and you might not even have realized it. That's exactly what we're going to master today. Now listen closely. The past simple tense is one of the most important grammar structures you'll ever learn in English. Why? Because without it, you can't share your experiences, you can't tell stories, and you definitely can't have real conversations about your life. Think about it. When someone asks, "How was your weekend?" or "What did you do yesterday?" you need the past simple to answer every single time. And here's the exciting part. By the end of this lesson, you're going to speak confidently about your Christmas holiday using the past simple, and you'll have practiced so much that it'll feel natural when you speak. Understanding past. Simple, the foundation. All right, let's get into the core of past simple. The past simple tense is used when we talk about actions that started and finished in the past. It's that simple. The action is complete. It's done. It's over. For example, I ate breakfast this morning. That action is finished. I watched a movie yesterday. That's done too. I visited my grandparents last week. Complete. All of these actions happened in the past and they're finished, so we use past simple. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Past simple verbs come in two types, regular verbs and irregular verbs. Let's start with regular verbs because these are the easy ones. Regular verbs follow a pattern. You take the base form of the verb and add ed to the end. Simple, right? Let me give you examples. Walk becomes walked. I walked to the store yesterday. Cook becomes cooked. She cooked dinner last night. Watch becomes watched. We watched Christmas movies on December 25th. Play becomes played. The children played with their new toys. Visit becomes visited. They visited their relatives during the holidays. See the pattern. The verb ends in ed, and that tells you it's past simple. Now, there are a few spelling rules you need to know. If a verb ends in the letter E, you just add D. Like becomes liked. I liked my Christmas present. Love becomes loved. She loved the holiday decorations. If a verb ends in a consonant plus wa, you change the Y to I and add ed. Carry becomes carried. He carried the heavy gifts into the house. Try becomes tried. We tried the traditional Christmas pudding. And if a one-syllable verb ends in consonant, vowel, consonant, you double the last consonant before adding ed. Stop becomes stopped. The snow stopped falling in the evening. Plan becomes planned. They planned a big Christmas party, but here's where English gets a little tricky. This is important. Not all verbs follow this pattern. Some verbs are irregular, and these irregular verbs change in different ways. There's no single pattern for irregular verbs, which means you need to memorize them. But don't worry, the most common verbs in English happen to be irregular, so you'll practice them all the time, and they'll stick in your memory naturally. Let me give you the most important irregular past simple verbs you need for talking about Christmas. Go becomes went. I went to church on Christmas morning. Come becomes came. My cousins came to visit us. Have becomes had. We had a delicious Christmas dinner. Eat becomes ate. I ate too much chocolate. Drink becomes drank. They drank hot cocoa by the fireplace. Give becomes gave. My parents gave me wonderful presents. Get becomes got. I got exactly what I wanted for Christmas. See becomes saw. We saw beautiful Christmas lights in the neighborhood. Make becomes made. My grandmother made her famous cookies. Take becomes took. We took lots of family photos. These irregular verbs are essential. You'll use them constantly when speaking English, especially when you're talking about your experiences. And here's a pro tip. Don't try to memorize all irregular verbs at once. Learn them in groups based on how you'll actually use them. For Christmas, focus on these action verbs because they're the ones you'll need most. Making past. Simple sentences about Christmas. Now let's practice making complete sentences using past simple verbs with Christmas vocabulary. Remember, a basic English sentence needs three things: a subject, a verb, and often an object, or additional information. In past simple, the verb is in its past form. Let's start with some simple sentences. I opened my presents on Christmas morning. Subject, I. Verb, opened. Object, my presence. Time, on Christmas morning. My family decorated the Christmas tree together. Subject, my family. Verb, decorated. Object, the Christmas tree. Additional info, together. We sang Christmas carols at midnight. Subject, we. Verb, sang. Object, Christmas carols. Time, at midnight. Do you see how natural this sounds? Each sentence tells a complete story about what happened during Christmas, and this is exactly how you should be thinking when you speak English. Now, let's make these sentences a bit more interesting by adding descriptive words and more details. I opened my presents on Christmas morning and felt so excited. My family decorated the beautiful Christmas tree together with colorful lights. We sang traditional Christmas carols at midnight in the cold winter air. See what happened? The sentences became richer, more descriptive, more interesting. This is how you progress from basic English to natural English. You start with simple, past simple sentences, and then you add details that make your English come alive. Every single one of these sentences uses past simple correctly, and every single one describes a real Christmas activity that you might have done. This is practical English that you can actually use. Asking questions in past simple now. Here's something super important that many English learners struggle with. How do you ask simple past questions? This is crucial because conversations aren't just about making statements. You need to ask questions too. The good news, past simple questions follow a clear pattern. For questions, we use the word did plus the base form of the verb, not the past form. This is really important. Look at these examples. Did you celebrate Christmas this year? Did you eat traditional Christmas food? Did you spend time with your family? Did you receive any presents? Did you watch any Christmas movies? Notice something? In every question, we use did at the beginning, and then we use the base form of the verb. Not celebrated, not ate, not spent. We use celebrate, eat, spend. Why? Because did already shows its past tense, so the main verb stays in its base form. These questions are perfect for starting conversations in English. When you meet someone and want to practice your English, these are exactly the types of questions you can ask. And when they answer, listen carefully to their past simple verbs. This is how you learn naturally through real conversation. Making negative sentences in past simple. Sometimes you need to talk about things that didn't happen, things you didn't do during Christmas, and that's where negative sentences come in. Just like questions, negative sentences in past simple use did, but this time we add not after it. And again, the main verb stays in its base form. Let me show you the pattern. I did not go to church on Christmas Day. We did not eat turkey this year. They did not receive many gifts. She did not decorate her house. He did not watch Christmas movies. Now, in spoken English, we usually contract did not into didn't. And this sounds more natural and conversational. I didn't go to church on Christmas Day. We didn't eat turkey this year. They didn't receive many gifts. She didn't decorate her house. He didn't watch Christmas movies. Understanding how to make negative sentences is essential because it gives you the complete picture. Now you can talk about what you did, ask what others did, and explain what you didn't do. You have the full set of tools for past simple communication. Real Christmas conversation practice. Let's put everything together now with a complete conversation using past simple. Imagine you're talking to a friend about Christmas. Pay attention to how naturally past simple flows in real conversation. Hey, how was your Christmas? It was wonderful. I spent the whole day with my family. We woke up early and opened presents together. That sounds amazing. What did you get? I got some books, a new sweater, and my grandmother gave me a beautiful necklace. What about you? How did you celebrate? I had a quiet Christmas at home. I didn't go anywhere because of the weather, but I cooked a special dinner and watched Christmas movies all evening. Did you eat turkey? No, I didn't have turkey. I made pasta instead, but I ate lots of cookies and chocolate. Me too. I ate so much dessert. Did you decorate your house? Yes, I decorated everything. I put lights on the windows and hung stockings by the fireplace. It looked really festive. That's lovely. I didn't decorate much this year because I visited my parents. They decorated their whole house beautifully. Do you see what just happened? That entire conversation used past simple tense naturally. The speakers asked questions using did, made positive statements about what they did, and used negative forms for things they didn't do. This is exactly how you should practice. Create conversations in your mind. Practice with friends. Speak out loud. The more you practice using past simple in real context, the faster you'll master it. Expressions with past simple. When you use past simple, you often include time. Expressions that tell when something happened. These time expressions are crucial because they make your meaning clear and your English sound fluent. Let me give you the most common time expressions you'll use with past simple. Yesterday, I opened my presents yesterday. Last night, we watched movies last night. Last week, they decorated the tree. Last week, last month, she bought Christmas gifts last month. This morning, he woke up early this morning. 2 days ago, we celebrated 2 days ago. On Christmas Day, I ate turkey on Christmas Day. On December 25th, they arrived on December 25th. These time expressions usually come at the end of the sentence, but they can also come at the beginning for emphasis. Yesterday, I visited my grandparents. Last Christmas, we went to New York. 2 years ago, I learned about this tradition. Practice using these time expressions in your own sentences. Think about your real Christmas experience and add specific times. I received gifts on Christmas morning. I cooked dinner last night. We sang carols 2 days ago. The more specific you are with time, the more natural your English sounds. Moving forward with past simple. So where do you go from here? How do you continue practicing past simple after this lesson? Let me give you practical homework that will accelerate your learning. First, write about your Christmas in English. Take out a piece of paper or open a document on your computer and write 10 sentences about what you did during Christmas. Use past simple for every sentence. Include details. What did you eat? Who did you see? What did you do? Where did you go? This writing practice will cement the grammar in your mind. Second, practice speaking about your day every evening. Before you go to sleep, spend 2 minutes talking to yourself in English about what you did that day. Today, I woke up at 7. I ate breakfast. I went to work. I talked to my friend. I watched television. By doing this every single day, past simple will become automatic. Third, listen to native English speakers and pay attention to how they use past simple. Watch English movies. Listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos. Every time you hear a past simple verb, notice it. This passive learning combined with your active practice will make you fluent much faster. Fourth, find a language exchange partner or an English-speaking friend and practice having conversations about the past. Ask each other questions about your weekends, your holidays, your experiences. Real conversation is the best practice you can get. Did this lesson help you understand past simple better? Are you feeling more confident about talking about your Christmas in English? I hope you practiced out loud, formed your own sentences, and really engaged with the material. That's how learning happens, not by passively watching, but by actively participating. We post new lessons every week covering grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and conversation skills. Don't miss out on the tools and lessons that will transform your English. Subscribe to this channel now, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next lesson where we'll continue building your English skills together. Your fluent English future starts today.